Jayla, how are you? Thank you so much for the dream interpretation request. It's actually 2 requests, and you're supposed to do them separately, but Jayla, I like you. Let's do both. Why not? Why not? I'm feeling generous. It's a Monday. We're at the end of a Monday. Let's get into it, I am blind, so I got to find my glasses so I can read what is on my laptop, and then we're going to read through what you wrote. We're going to look at some of the symbols, and then I'm going to give you my interpretation. I think that'd be okay, don't you think? Here we go. Okay, so the first dream of the 2. I had a dream that I was maybe watching a superhero show. I couldn't see an actual TV. It was kind of like maybe I was in the scene, but the superhero was rescuing someone. I don't know which particular superhero it was. I just remember the colors, blue and yellow. And that the superhero, instead of like flying up in the sky, they were flying downward. Great. I love these very straightforward, very symbolic dreams. They're a lot of fun to interpret and they have a lot of significant meaning. So superhero, savior, kind of complex, something kind of almost beyond like supernatural sort of abilities. This is a part of yourself. The person being rescued is also a part of yourself. There is part of you rescuing another part of you. Blue and yellow. Yellow is a color for happiness. Sunlight, gold. It's kind of like the ultimate goal, right? Happiness, tranquility, fulfillment. And blue is a color for truth and wisdom. Now, those make a lot of sense when we think about the superhero flying downwards. A lot of people think that falling down is a bad symbol. It's actually a great symbol. It's a symbol for you were sort of up off in the clouds, maybe overestimating, maybe a little bit too confident, maybe just not very realistic with your life plans and goals. And the going downwards is a symbol for grounding, for being more realistic, for coming back down to earth with your thoughts and dreams and aspirations, which is good because that means that they're actually going to happen. So there's a part of yourself that is kind of coming back down to earth in order to rescue yourself. And so I really want you to think about, with this interpretation, what part of you needs to be rescued? Why are you often up in the clouds, thinking about these things, maybe overly confident, maybe overly optimistic? Maybe there's a part of you that is a little bit pessimistic, maybe is a little bit down to earth, grounded, sort of like a maybe a pessimist, maybe a realist that needs to be validated, that needs to be honored, because it's like, hey, yeah, okay, there's some real obstacles that we're going to face here, and we need to swoop down and take care of those, rescue that part of yourself, because it's valuable too, and that's important. I think that's all the symbols for that one. So let's move on to the second dream. Let me scroll down here. And this one, honestly, probably the more interesting of the dreams, just because it's got a lot to do with like sex and sexuality and like ex-boyfriends and stuff. So let's read that. Recently, you broke up with your ex-boyfriend. Congratulations. I'm sorry. I don't know. Depends on how the relationship was. I'll let you determine. But you said that you keep having this dream that he's in his underwear, grid style, black and red, with a glass of cold water in his hand. He said something funny to me, but I don't know what it was. I just remembered us both smiling and blushing. As this was happening, I was standing in what used to be his man cave, and he was in the doorway. Scrolling down. Then I had the same dream a few nights later where I was standing in the bathroom, and he was in the doorway of the bathroom. Great symbol, the bathroom. I'll get to that. He had again said something funny. I don't remember what it was. I just remember us both again smiling. He had on white shorts this time, and he again had an erection, and again I could see it, but I couldn't tell. You couldn't see it, but you could tell by the bulge of his shorts that he had an erection. LOL, I hope this isn't too much. No, never too much. I always interpret sexual dreams. They're some of the best ones, actually. Please help. Can't wait to hear what you interpret. Great. We're going to interpret it. So here's, I better keep my glasses so I can get all the pieces. Here's what this kind of means. So as you may know from watching some of my videos, when you dream about your ex, it doesn't really mean your ex. The unconscious mind, the dreaming part of your brain, is more worried about itself, not really your ex. And so this is a symbol for a part of yourself, particularly the self that you were inside that relationship. And so Well, you're standing in the man cave and he's in the doorway. This is very simply, you're kind of struggling with, you just got out of this relationship, but you're horny. You're ready to get back into a romantic relationship. You're looking for that happiness, that fulfillment, that blushing, that joy that you had in the relationship, but you're kind of timid. You're kind of shy about it. And so this has nothing to do with your ex. It sounds like you broke up. Sounds like you made an educated decision. But you are really considering and thinking about, well, maybe I'm ready to get back into another relationship. I want another relationship. Very, very specifically, the room, the man cave, right? Rooms can be a symbol for, if we're honest, vagina. And someone standing in the doorway is someone sort of asking for entrance into your womanhood, into your sexual identity, your sexuality. And you're thinking about, I remember those good times. Maybe I'm ready for another relationship. And so you're thinking about the erection, which is someone who's desirous for you. And maybe it's been a little while since you've felt that someone was desirous for you because you've been in between relationships. You broke up. And so this dream, very simply, it doesn't tell you what to do, but it's just saying that deep down, you would like another relationship. You're ready for sexual intimacy again. You're looking forward to that and that blushing and that enjoyment. And what's interesting is holding the glass of cold water. What's a glass of cold water? Refreshing. You're thinking about refreshing your sexuality. You had your ex. It's time to kind of process some of that stuff. I always recommend mental health counseling. It's always a good way to go. So get some counseling, process through some of that stuff that happened in your previous relationship, and get back to it. The world's like an amazing place. There's wonderful, beautiful people out there like yourself who, would be happy to meet you. So maybe this is just the encouragement you needed. Maybe you sent this to me just so you could know that, hey, you don't need to be back with your ex. Learn from it. There's some mistakes there. There's some things that you can uncover in order to help develop yourself and who you are, but you're really looking forward to another relationship. And the first dream, ground yourself and rescue those parts of yourself that maybe you've been rejecting before. Maybe they're a little bit dirty. Maybe they're a little bit down to earth, but those are the parts that are valuable too. So, Jayla, listen, I hope this has been helpful. I hope this gives you some insight into your unconscious mind. If you want more information from me, I always send these in an email, so you can email me back. If you want to schedule a coaching session to go deeper into some of your dreams, you're always welcome to do that as well. But more than anything, I hope this has been encouraging. I hope you feel excited about your unconscious mind and the insight and the messages that it has for you. Until next time, Jayla. Peace.